Hello and welcome to day one of Build Your Confidence to Build Your Business Challenge. My name is Amanda Kerrigan-Keeler. I am the founder of Vibrant Vision Coaching, and today we are going to be talking about what everybody seems to want in their business, and that is clarity. I just need clarity. And I think that this is the biggest thing that holds especially coaches back, but other service-based entrepreneurs as well, and especially women. And so today we're going to talk about what it means to have clarity to move forward in one specific area that will make all the difference in your business. And that area is your self-worth. A lot of times I hear coaches say, I just need to get confident in selling myself. And we're going to flip that around. But first, I want to tell you a story. I have a friend, and she is part of an organization that has about 30 different coaches in it, and there are a mix of men and women. And she was telling me that when they were talking about how much they're charging for the same service, the same framework, the men were charging around $750 to $1,000 a month. And the women were charging $75. Okay, so let's talk about equal pay for equal women. We don't ask for it, even when it's our own business. Those women were earning one-tenth of what the men were earning. Why? Why is this such a problem for women? I'm not saying that confidence is not a problem for men. If you're a man and you're like, I feel like I need confidence, you're still in the right place. But I asked myself and I asked God, why is this happening? Because it made me mad and it made me sad. And the answer I got was that we don't know our worth, that we don't know that we are daughters of the King. Yeah, we know it intellectually. But when I ask my friend's daughter, what do they call a daughter of a king? And she said a princess, because she knows it all. You are a princess too. You are a prince. And we were bought at a price. And because we don't belong to ourselves anymore, we are priceless. Our worth is not determined by our business, and our business's worth is not determined by us. So we need to charge what our services are worth. Pay close attention. What our services are worth, not what we're worth. Because there's a big buzzword in the business community, charge what you're worth. No, charge what your business is worth. Once you disconnect that, once you really get into the habit of saying, okay, this is what my services are worth, this is what results I get from my clients, and this is what they're worth, then your confidence will soar because you don't feel like you're selling yourself anymore. This is a big deal for a lot of my clients, and it's a game changer. So write down your identity right now. Who are you? Just take a minute, just write a couple of sentences. I'll hang out and wait. So why is it important that we separate this out? Well, it really has to do with putting ourselves out there. And when we put ourselves out there and we feel like we're on the marketplace, first of all, it feels personal and it feels very vulnerable, and not in the good way that Brene Brown describes, but in a really bad way. Getting out of your comfort zone is good, but feeling like you're living out that dream where you accidentally showed up to school in your underwear is not a good way to run your business. So you want to make sure that you know that you're just out there. Your business, yes, is a product of who you are. Chances are your business values and your personal values are extremely similar, but they're not the same. So why don't women have clarity on their value? So I've got 3 different things that I see quite often in my practice. And the first one is that they're listening to the voices of the world and not their inner voice and the voice of God. And when I talk about their inner voice, I'm not talking about your inner critic, because those voices can be very loud and we need to silence that inner critic. But what I'm talking about is what a lot of coaches call your inner sage. And I call this the inner spirit being reborn in you. So this is the most Christ-like, highest version of yourself. And so when we listen to that voice, when we listen to God inside of us, when we listen to God speak to us, we will know our value. And we'll know which direction to go too. Because when you start knowing your value, then you're going to know, okay, this is what I need to do. This is who I am. This is the product, the service that I deliver, and this is how it makes an impact on the world. And once you see that, once you know that, once you have that clarity, then taking the next step gets a little less painful. You don't always feel confident. That's okay. You're not always going to feel confident, but when you listen to that inner voice, you're going to have an inner knowing that you are taking the right step. So step one, we need to listen to the right voices, not the wrong voices. The second step is that we take too much responsibility for the results that our clients might get from us. And this is a big one because people don't really know what results you get them until you tell them. So when you say, hey, I help women lose weight, I help you find the career of your dreams, then you're saying, I'm committing to this result. And what happens when your clients don't do the work? Well, your clients don't get the results. And we really need to disconnect from that. The result is not your responsibility. And I know that we learn this in coaching school, but when you're marketing yourself, it's a whole other issue. When you're putting yourself out there and saying, hey, I can get you this result, then, it's really a commitment. And one of the things I learned in my coach training from Michael Marks is that we manage the process as coaches, and the client manages the progress. So we can give them the process. I have a process to get you results. They still have to put in the work. So really being able to say, like, hey, this is my process. You're a good coach. You have good coach training. You have a framework for how you operate, even if it's just like, I know these things, I know these questions to ask, and it works. You know that coaching works. When you sit down to watch a coach demonstration, you know that that coach is going to get some results for that client if they've got experience and they've got proper training. And if you believe that anyone else can do it, then you can believe that you can do it too. So that's the second thing. You've got to believe that you can get these clients the results that they're seeking, and know what results that you're seeking. And if that's a problem, really sit down, take some time to journal out what results you know that you can get your clients. Okay? The third thing is that you don't believe anyone wants to hear from you. And this is, let's just call it what this is. This is a lie from the pit of hell. Because when we stay silent, evil wins. When we don't speak up and show up in our businesses, then people lose out. And when people lose out on the good that coaching gives, and if you are a coach, then you believe that coaching can change lives. And if coaching can change lives, then coaching can change the world. And the enemy doesn't want that. So you have to believe people want to hear from you. This has been my affirmation for a long time, ever since my friend said, you know what, people love you and people want to hear from you. People want to hear from you, and they want to hear about what services you have to offer. So I want to know right now, which of these holds you back? Send me a private message. Let's have a conversation about that, because once you pinpoint which of these is keeping you small, keeping you stuck, keeping you in a small identity, then you're going to be really well off. You're going to just have such a wonderful clarity about what you have to offer, and that it's going to get people results. And when your inner critic pops up, you can know, no, not my inner critic. I want to listen to the inner voice of God. And you can silence those voices that say you can't get this person results. You're an imposter. Who are you kidding? You can say, no, I'm not an imposter because I was called to this. So send me a private message. Let me know which of these you're struggling with. Let's have a conversation about that so that we can get you back on track and back to the confident business owner that you are. So I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to be talking about something that is really, really important for showing up and speaking up in your business. So I'm excited about it. So I'll see you tomorrow right back here. Thanks.